Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Put yours away from your mouth.
Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2.
Good to go. Before we get the game started, let's talk about our sponsors for tonight's matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making this a great 2022 football season. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Player of the game sponsor for tonight, sponsored by Whipster's Manifest. Custom apparel, substrate designs. Owner Kenneth Whip Beverly is located in Abbeville and Crawley, Louisiana, with all your heat transfer, sublimation, shirt design needs. You can follow him on Facebook or Instagram. Give him a call at 337-581-6631. Your player of the game sponsor, somebody's going home with a plaque. Tonight's game is brought to you by LaCour's Pest Control. You can count on them to deliver friendly and dependable service at an affordable price. LaCour's Pest Control, our family working to protect yours. Give Mr. Josh a call at 337-884-7435. Thank you so much to LaCour's Pest Control, our game day sponsor. Legier's Polish Shop. Next sponsor, Imperial Fine Polished Goods. Contact Darren Legier at 337-517-8686 for all your carports, accessories, restoration, aluminum, stainless, steel, copper, and brass. They're located in Abbeville, Louisiana. Next sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, Tiger Tails, locally owned crawfish business located in Port Barre and soon to have a second location in the Sunset area. Call Daniel Francis at 337-351-1064 for boiled and live crawfish. When the season rolls back around, you will not be disappointed. How about the Paint Guys out of Lafayette, Louisiana? They're a local professional painting company that provides commercial and residential painting. They paint metal roofs, metal businesses, home businesses. They also install and restore tongue and groove. Give them a call at 337-352-0308. Mama's Fried Chicken, family-owned local restaurant serving our community and surrounding areas since 1977. 46 years in the business at St. Landers Street and Jake Drive in Opelousas, Louisiana. Mama's Fried Chicken. Ask them about their party platters. Mikey's Donuts.
I'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's game here at John.
Mikey's in Opelousas is a cozy donut shop located just off I-49 and exit 19 West. Call them today at 337-942-2128. Open Monday through Sunday.
Number 2, Elijah Garrett. Eric Belloni. Number 3. Number 7 will be
another sponsor for Under the Lights. Coach Kip Dupasham, wherever you're watching tonight. Hello, Coach Kip. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night down there in Kaplan, Louisiana.
Woods. 31, Alan Botley. 53.
Next sponsor, Darryl. Since 1985, they have grown into a sit-down restaurant with a drive-through and full-service bar. They pride themselves on serving enticing po' boys that include surf and turf, Darryl Special, and barbecue. All of their staff works hard to create an inviting and welcoming atmosphere. Come see why Darryl's and Lake Charles has the best po' boys in the state.
Sean Piper, Tony Citizen, Jason Easton, Lenny
Crawfish House, ladies and gentlemen.
Edmondson.
Next sponsor,
Relic Poulard.
Crawfish House and Grill, located at 1214 South Union Street in Opelousas, Louisiana, now under new ownership. Come dine with them for some great Cajun hospitality and cuisine. Now offering happy hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If If you would like to follow Under the Lights
Kinder Yellow Jackets,
on
sorry.
social media, here's our
Number 53,
platforms.
Ty Sonier. Number 69, Brady Porche. Number 74, Hunter Sonier. 72, Guy Hayes. Jerron Johnson, number 66. Ben Fontenot, number 30. Landon Rice, number 4. Number 2, Devon Matthews. Number 11, Noah Romero.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to Thursday Night Lights here at John C. Buck Stadium for a huge showdown between Lake Charles College Prep and the Kinder Yellow Jackets. Ladies and gentlemen, huge rankings are on the line here tonight when these two teams meet. Lake Charles College Prep is currently ranked 20th in the rankings. Where would this win or loss put them tonight? Kinder Yellow Jackets fighting for their playoff lives, sitting at 28 in the rankings. Only 28 get into the playoffs in their respected division. Huge implications on the line. We're excited for Thursday night football. Joining me in the broadcast booth tonight, my friend from right down the road in Elton, Louisiana. Check into the chat, sir.
Yes, sir. What's up, Jordy? Pleasure to be here with you again, man. I really appreciate the call. It's always a good time to get down on a Thursday or Friday night here in Southwest Louisiana and watch some high school football.
Introduce yourself to everyone listening.
Those of you who don't know me, my name is Brendan Laughlin. From Elton, Louisiana. Class of 2016 alum. Elton High School, two-sport athlete. Love high school football.
So you're excited for a great matchup tonight. First time calling a football game. Take it easy on them, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, first time commentating. So if I mess some things up, if I get a little frozen for a second, just y'all excuse me.
And your team's playing right down the road, but you're sitting over here with me down at John C. Buck Stadium.
Yep, senior night and down there in Elton, Louisiana against Hamilton Christian. Should be a pretty good ball game. Elton's very similar to Kinder and Lake Charles College Prep tonight. I think right now, I believe they're sitting at 27. Could use a really good win tonight to push them over the edge to get in that final playoff spot.
We have a hometown boy, Dr. Dakota Johnson, will be our sideline physician for tonight. Recently graduated from med school. If I'm not mistaken, he's at Memorial Hospital doing his residency in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So Dr. Dakota Johnson will be on our sideline tonight. Hometown guy.
Keys to victory, Mr. Laughlin. We'll talk about it earlier before we went live. We said it, Kinder, time of possession.
Oh, yeah.
Huge factor tonight. They have to play keep away from this Trailblazer football team.
Oh yeah, they got two very different styles of offenses and teams in general tonight. Yellow Jackets are going to line up in that triple option, and they're going to ground and pound. They're going to play keep away ball. They're going to try to stuff it down the throat. And then you got the Trailblazers, Lake Charles College Prep, who have athletes all over the field, and they're just going to spread it out. And they're gonna
sling it tonight.
Oh yeah, they will.
They might score fast. If you're Kinder, you can give up the big play, but you got to come back down the field and have 8-minute drives.
Like you said,
Here comes the Kinder Yellow Jackets, ladies and gentlemen, wearing their black on black tonight for senior nights. Across the field, they made their way earlier in the pregame. Lake Charles College Prep wearing white on white. Trailblazers coming off of a loss last week to Jennings. Kinder coming off of a loss last week to Westlake. So we are ready to see how this one pans out. Turnover battle is big, and we will give you scores from around the state of Louisiana as we go on with this contest. Thanks everyone for tuning in with us on Thursday Night Football. Hit the like, hit the share. We're moments away from kickoff here at John C. Buck Stadium.
Full service bookkeeping service right here in Kinder.
And we'll take you right in on the kickoff.
Jacob LaCour and his staff. Over 12 years of bookkeeping experience.
Captains for the Yellow Jackets. Number 66, John Michael Ryder. Number 2, Davian Matthews. And number 8, Terrell Clark.
Monthly bank and credit card reconciliations. Account payables.
Captains for Lake Charles College Prep.
Call, text, or check us out on Facebook at Expert.
Brandon, can you get those numbers for me?
Focus on growing your business.
22.
Trust the bookkeeping to us.
53 is one of your captains. That's Kane Caesar.
22 is one of them, Jordan.
Number 22, Kevin Freeman.
And it looks like 5 or 6.
And we'll go with number 5. That looks like Curly Reed. Those are your 6 captains for Week 10, Thursday Night Football. And we wait for the ruling. It looks like Lake Charles College Prep has won the toss and elected to receive, rightfully so.
Yes, sir.
Receiving the kick.
Try to set the tone earlier tonight, Jordan.
We get our early look at this passing attack.
Would everyone please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the national anthem played by the Kinder High School Band of Gold. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity you have given us to participate in a program such as we witness here tonight. We ask guidance for these young players. Help them to play to learn as well as to learn to play. To strive always to win, but to win with grace and lose without respect. Help us who participate only as spectators to participate in spirit as well as in body. Let us accept the decisions of the officials and coaches. Help us to recognize the immature judgment and ability of these young players, and by our example, teach them the true meaning of sportsmanship. To those in whose hands lays the direct supervision of these young people, the coaches, managers, and other officials, give the wisdom and desire to conduct the game with only the benefit of the player in mind. Bless us, O Lord, that these undertakings may provide not only competition and entertainment, but may serve the purpose for which it is intended, the building of better citizens for tomorrow. In thy name we ask these things. Amen.
Amen.
Play ball! Big night of football across the state of Louisiana. Huge one here on Thursday night at John C. Buck Stadium. We talked about it in pregame. Kinder fighting for their playoff lives, sitting at 28 in the rankings. Lake Charles College Prep, they're fighting for better seating for this one. Both teams, if they do get into the playoffs, will hit the road first round. Should be a fun one, Mr. Brendan.
Oh, yeah. I think we're in for a very exciting and a very good one tonight.
Prep will wear white on white. Kinder wearing black on black. And we're moments away from kickoff here in Week 10, ladies and gentlemen. Back deep for the Trailblazers. Number 6, Cortland Collins. And number 2, Elijah Garrick. And here we go. Enjoy the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Langley kicks off for the Jackets.
Looks like we had a fumble on that play. Recovered by Prep.
All right. This is how we will start this football game. 1st and 10, Lake Charles College Prep from the 38-yard line. And here we go. Inside handoff. Gets us going. And it picks up about 8 on 1st down.
Rubin on the carry. Dante Botley on the stop for Kinder. Gets the ball out to the 45-yard line.
You got that running back's number, Brendan?
12, Jordan.
Okay. Quarterback pulls this time. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. There's a fight for it. Penalty flag on the field.
What a way to start for the Jackets.
Waiting for the official ruling. There's a penalty flag sitting around the 49-yard line. And it looks like Kinder might have the football. Offense comes on the field. Now the referees will huddle
I believe it was a live ball, Jordan.
and talk about.
I believe Kinder fell on it.
So a long discussion going on here. Would be big momentum in this game. Here we go. Holding against the Trailblazers. Offense is going to have to come off the field.
Holding penalty against the Trailblazers.
Brendan, you got any explanation of what just happened?
Holding on Lake Charles College Prep before the turnover occurred, so therefore.
Well, why would Prep get the football back?
Well, that's the reason Prep's getting the ball back is because the penalty occurred before the turnover happened, so therefore the turnover has nothing to do with the play because of that holding penalty.
All right, somebody in the chat try to explain that one to me. Prep gets the football back after the fumble. Penalty was holding. Back him up. Makes it 2nd down and 9. And here we go.
Could be a big play for Kinder right here.
I thought the penalty was just got declined and it would have been Kinder football. All right, here we go, 2nd and 9. From the 39. Rubin gets the football. And Rubin's going to have a Trailblazer 1st down.
Rubin on the carry.
Lake Charles College Prep comes off the ball, and they come off the ball quick. Very physical up front. That big offensive line.
1st and 10 from the 50. We said it in pregame, big play through the passing attack, and so far we've seen 3 straight runs.
Watch 2 on the outside right here on the bottom of the screen, Jordan.
Inside handoff, new tailback into the game. That was number 31, Alan Botley on the carry.
Alan Botley on the carry.
Yeah, Chris, but Kinder came out of the pile with the football.
Dante Botley on the stop. Picks up about 4 yards.
Maybe there was never a fumble, Brendan.
To me, it looked like it was a fumble. He landed on top of that Kinder defensive player.
2nd and 6. Waiting on the snap. We will see our first pass of the night. And we will. Takes a shot, got a man wide open, and there's your first big play of the game. Touchdown, Trailblazers.
Pass from Bushnell.
Wide open, blown coverage.
Yep, wide open. Looks like
Eric Baloney.
Looks like the cornerback came up when he saw the quarterback roll out and left number 3 for the Blazers wide open.
So the Trailblazers strike first here at John C. Buck Stadium. Number 15 on to do the kicking duties. It's Elijah Sim. Snap, hold, kick. Kick is no good. So special teams could play a factor in tonight's game. We'll have to keep an eye out moving forward. Your new score from John C. Buck Stadium. They have,
Kick is no good.
not sure why they got 1 on the scoreboard,
6, Kinder 0.
but your score is Lake Charles College Prep 6, Kinder 0. They have not adjusted the scoreboard yet. Maybe it's not working.
They should get it working here shortly.
Back deep for the Yellow Jackets. Number 1, Dante Botley. Number 9, Landon Schmitz. Number 15, Simo doing the kicking duties. Schmitz is going to have a shot. Looking for a couple blocks. Still on his feet. Crosses the 35, and that's where Kinder will set up shop. So no adjustment on the scoreboard. Could be a malfunction inside the press box.
That's a good return by Smith for Kinder. Sets him up a good field position.
Yellow Jackets will have it on the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 Yellow Jackets. Now they have to go for a long drive because of how explosive Lake Charles College Prep is, Landon.
One thing, if Kinder wants any chance to win this ball game tonight, they gotta keep the ball away from Lake Charles College Prep.
And we're going to start it off with Jordan Pelican for a gain of 1.
Pelican on the carry. Kevon Freeman on the stop.
Couple of those seniors in that backfield trying not to play their last game here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 9.
Lake Charles College Prep band letting everyone know they here.
Oh, yeah.
Sounding really good across the field.
Anywhere they go, they make a lot of noise. They don't have a big crowd here tonight, but they make a
Quarterback pull. It's Fawcett. Fawcett going to be tackled down by number 8, Ryan Baptiste.
Fawcett on the carry. Ryan Baptiste on the stop.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Picked up 4.
Gets the ball to the 41.5-yard line.
Ball lies at the 41.
Kinder needs a big first down here.
Will we see the first pass of the night for Kinder?
I don't believe
We
so.
will. Quarterback rolls to his right, dumps it off. Oh, what a lick! Number 22, Kevon Freeman
Dante Botley incomplete.
on the tackle.
Freeman's one of the best defensive players in Southwest Louisiana. Not many guys in this area that can guard that guy right there.
On to do the punting duties for the Yellow Jackets, number 5, Bryce Johnson. Back deep for the Trailblazers. Looks like number 2. Good snap. Gets the punt off. And they didn't want no part of number 2. They kick it straight out of bounds.
Ball will be spotted on around the 33-yard line of Trailblazers.
Trailblazers set up shop. 1st and 10 from the 33, up by 6. Can't put the scoreboard on the screen because it says 1-0 on the scoreboard. Here we go, 1st and 10 Trailblazers. There's a snap, inside handoff. And this time he's drugged down from behind by Jordan Pelican. That was number 12, Dylan Rubin. What you saw different there, Bern?
Jordan Pelican on
Jordan Pelican was actually able to penetrate that offensive line a little bit. Kenner's going to have any chance of winning tonight. They need that a lot by that whole defensive front.
2nd and 8 from the 35. A lot of movement on that defensive side. There's the snap. And they're going to run that option. Number 24 has the football. Oh, what a lick.
What a hit.
Linebacker comes flying in and makes a play. Number 56, Eric Lavin.
Got an injured guy on the field, Jordan, looks like. Looks like the guy that took the hit is going to be down.
And we have an injured Trailblazer on the field. I believe that's number 24. So we'll
some hard licks tonight, Jordan, so
far we're seeing good football here through the first couple of drives. 6:53 remains here in the first quarter. We'll step away as they look at the injured Trailblazer. And like we said, the scoreboard just sits on 1-0, so we don't have the score updated to put the scoreboard on the chats. At this time, we're going to check on some scores from around the state as they look at the injured Trailblazer. Cecilia and Iowa tied at 0. Vinton leads Lake Arthur 7-0. Jennings leads St. Louis 7-0. Cedar Creek leads St. Frederick's 6-0. Catholic BR Zachary tied at 0. Grand Lake and DeQuincy tied at 0, and that's a good sign, folks. He's got to get up and walk off on his own power. Sterlington leads Wasserman 7-0. Opelousas Catholic leads St. Ed 16-7. Oak Grove leads Vidalia 7-0. Southside leads Sam Houston 6-0. So we'll check on some more scores after the end of the first quarter. And we're set 3rd down and 6.
Kinder could use a big stop right here, Jordan.
Yes, indeed. Try to draw him off sides. Good discipline there from the D-line. Last time quarterback threw, he threw one to a wide open receiver. There's a snap. Quarterback looks, fires, got a man wide open around midfield. Going to be drugged down, but not before the Trailblazers pick up another first down. That was Eric Bellany on the reception.
Receiving in. Big gain on the play for the Trailblazers.
He's having a big night for the Blazers so far.
So they
keeping this Trailblazers offense on the field.
So they just made it 6-1 on the scoreboard. Here we go. 1st and 10 Trailblazers. Quarterback pull. And still tiptoeing down the sideline. Number 7.
Josiah Bushnell on the keep around right end. Run out of bounds.
Josiah Bushnell picks up another Trailblazer first down.
1st and 10.
Trailblazers having their way here in this first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 44. Waiting on the snap, 1st and 10. There it is. Inside, handoff, number 12. Dragging defenders with him for about 9.
Rubin on the carry. Byron on
That
the
offensive
stop
line for
Kinder.
Prep looks like it's just having its way against that Kinder D line.
Second and 1 for the Trailblazers. Try to get him to jump off sides. There's a snap. Rubin gets the football. Rubin, huge hole. And Rubin has a Trailblazer first down.
Again, Rubin on the carry. Jaron Johnson on the stop for Kinder. Picks up a first down.
Trailblazers move inside the red zone. 5:25 remaining here in the first quarter. 6-0 is your score. Trailblazers threatening. There's a snap. Quarterback pull. He got the DN right there. Makes one man miss and takes it off into the end zone. Touchdown, Trailblazers. Brendan
Trailblazer.
in bit. Quarterback did the rest.
Yes, sir.
Josiah Bushnell.
This
keeps
quarterback
around
for
the
Lake
left
Charles
end.
College Prep has got a cannon of an arm,
Scores for LCCP.
and he can easily make plays with his feet.
Josiah Bushnell does it himself. Gets the Trailblazers into the end zone. Makes it a 12-0 ball game. Extra point pending. Snap, hold, kick is up, and this one's a lot better. It's good.
Kick is good.
Your new score from John C. Buck Stadium. With 5:04 remaining in the first, Lake Charles College Prep now leads the Yellow Jackets 13-0. Now you got to answer. Must answer drive because you have not slowed them down their first 2 possessions.
Kinder has no choice but to try to answer on this drive. They need a long drive, and they need a big drive.
We'll go back to that fumble where momentum could have been huge for the Yellow Jackets.
That fumble stays with Kinder on right at midfield. Momentum in John C. Buck Stadium. We could be looking at a different ball game.
There's your kick. And Botley going to have a chance. Botley looking for blocks, and he's going to run out of real estate.
Dante Botley receives the kick.
Kinder needs a big play right here on this drive.
First and 10 Yellow Jackets down by 13. Inside handoff to Pelican. Pelican, good run there on first down, and there's a late flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the
What
play.
can this possibly be?
And on the carry.
You saw something, Brendan?
Looked like an unsportsmanlike conduct between the defensive back and receiver here on this side for
Personal foul against the Trailblazers. That's going to be an automatic first down.
big play for Kinder right there. They definitely needed that. Even without the penalty, you got to give Jordan Pelican his credit on that play. Carried a host of Blazers on that play for a 7-8 yard gain. That's what they need.
That's a senior trying to go out on senior night the right way, running hard.
Ball is started on the 49-yard line of LCCP.
4:42 remaining in the first quarter. Ball lies at the 49-yard line. Pelican. He might have fumbled the football, and I think Prep has it, and they do. Oh, that's a huge blow.
That's a disaster for
Brendan.
That's a disaster for that Yellow Jacket.
Which you did not need to happen.
Oh.
Just happened.
LCCP recovers.
Looks like we got some frustration here.
1st and 10, Prep
10
from midfield.
50-yard line for the Trailblazers.
You had to stay clean in order to keep pace with Prep tonight. And so far,
We said it earlier, that's one thing Kinder could not afford to do against this Trailblazer team. They were too explosive.
if you're Kinder, you got to get a stop here or you're going to be down 3 scores. They're trying to rip for the football there, but not before he picks up about 7
On the carry, host of
or
Jackets
5.
to
My
stop.
mistake.
Now, we expected Prep to come out tonight and spread the ball around and throw it up and down the field, but
Right, and they completely fooled us.
they've been fairly simple, just doing what Kinder does and just running it ground and pound.
Or they're winning the line of scrimmage right now. Second and 5 for the Trailblazers. Quarterback calls his own number. Gonna step out of bounds. And I don't think he picked up anything.
That is exactly what Kinder needs to do all night if they can. Keep that quarterback contained. Don't let him beat you outside.
Now one of the biggest
Shape.
third downs in the game comes here in the first quarter.
Jackets third down.
He's got 2 completions so far, and they've both been to the
Third
same
and
number,
4.
3.
Let's see if he tries to get it done with his arm here.
You don't need that much. Watch number 2 on the opposite side of the field.
He's been looking for number 3,
Look
and
too
he's
wide
got him.
open.
He's got him. Caught, touchdown, Trailblazers. We just said it. He was looking for number 3. He had one-on-one coverage at the bottom. Touchdown might not stand, but that was easy right there, Brendan. Penalty flag around the 49.
Holding against the Blazers.
Touchdown will come off the board, and the Trailblazers will be penalized. If you're the Trailblazers,
On the receiving
you just found something that you like when they gave you the one-on-one coverage.
I think they finally found the weakness in that Kinder defense. They've been winning up front the whole night, but I think they've found the guy on that defense that they want to attack in the secondary.
So after the penalty, it brings Lake Charles College Prep all the way back to the 41.
Blazers.
It's going to be 3rd and long.
1-yard line.
A chance for the Yellow Jackets to get off the field on 3rd down.
And you already know
Prep
what's
gonna
coming.
go trips to the left, and he got one-on-one again on the bottom here with number 3.
You already know what's coming on this play.
But they switched corners for this possession. A new defensive back covering them. It's Matthews. Ball's on the ground. Nope. Taken in by number 6. And it's going to be a huge loss. All the way back to the 30. And Kinder showing life.
That is exactly what that Kinder defense needed. A big play like that on defense.
Receiving the snap. Host of Jackets on the stop brings the ball back to the 30-yard line.
So it looked like Kinder made the quick adjustment. They put their best defender
Trailblazers.
on Bellany.
And that's the guy that's really killed Kinder offensively. 2 big plays on offense, and
Botley back deep for the Yellow Jackets with 1:35 remaining in the first. Good snap, no rush. And he gets the punt off. Botley calls for the fair catch. And he has it around the 40. Scores from around the state coming up at the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
The 40-yard line.
So without the penalties there, this could have been a 3-score game.
Oh, if you're Kinder, you're taking a deep breath, because that would have been a big dagger to them.
Lake Charles College Prep is pretty much putting 9 in the box. Darren Kinder to throw the football. And look at this, Romero comes around the edge, picks up about 7.
Romero on the carry.
Kinder's got to do something on the outs to get outside, to get some guys out of that box, so it'll open up that A and B gap for Jordan Pelican to make a big play.
2nd down and 3 for the Jackets.
Lake Charles College Prep, a lot of communication going on that defensive side. You see some frustration, but also good communication going on.
And that's one good thing.
2nd and 3.
It's so good, is their ability to communicate.
Linebackers are in the gap, blitzing every play, and that ain't gonna cut it here. I gotta say, he did not pick anything up. It's 3rd down and 3. Ball lies at the 47-yard line. Big 3rd down. It might be 4-down territory. I don't expect to see a punt here if they don't get it. Linebackers come again. Pelican, hard run there. Got to be close to the 1st down.
Spot.
And I don't think he's got it, Brendan.
I believe it's really close.
Going to be about a yard short.
Like you said, I think it's 4-down territory. Here on this play.
And instead, here comes the white hat, signals 1st down.
52.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter here at John C. Buck Stadium. Lake Charles College Prep leads the Kinder Yellow Jackets 13-0. So when we come back, it will be 1st and 10. White hat did signal. Ignore the 1 on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what that's all about. Three nothing. Highway leads Cecilia. Grand Lake leads the Quincy 6-0. Zachary leads Catholic of BR 7-0. Tioga leads Grant 13-0. Sterlington leads Wasserman 14-6. And we're ready for 2nd quarter action here. Pelican, 2 arms on the football. Late penalty flag.
Pelican on the carry. Sibley, number 4 on the stop for the Trailblazers.
See what this penalty is. Here it is. Looks like it's going to be against Prep. Personal foul against the Trailblazers. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. Ball lies around the 30.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
3-yard line. First and 10, Yellow Jackets. Motley came in motion. Stop, try to get him to jump off sides. Good discipline there from Prep. Here comes the blitz. Quarterback pull. Graham dancing around. Positive yards on first down.
Fawcett on the carry.
A windy night here in Kinder, Louisiana.
Picks up about 5 yards. Second down and 5.
Second quarter. 11:25 remaining. 13-0 is your score. Here comes the blitz. Handoff. Botley. Botley trying to get to the outside. And going to be drugged down, and there's a penalty flag. And this should set up Kinder with great field position after the penalty.
Botley on the carry.
One of the first times Botley has touched it tonight.
Freeman on the stop.
Personal foul, horse collar against the Trailblazers. And that's going to move Kinder inside the 10.
Kinder punches this in. Could have a different ball game. Big play.
Kinder
for them.
is ready to go. They're already at the line of scrimmage. First and 10. Handoff, Pelican. Pelican falls forward for got a yard or two. Helmet comes off for a Trailblazer. Got to go off for a play. You get into your own territory here, and play calling is crucial. Can Prep's defense stand tall, backed up inside their own territory? Fawcett goes under center. Second and goal. Handoff. Romero, spin move, drugged down. And number 22 having a heck of a first half.
With Freeman again on the stop for LCCP.
Third and goal, try to get a spot on the field. Where you at, Jason?
Ball on the 5-yard line.
5-yard line. 4 down territory. There's a snap. Pelican.
He got in.
No, it's taken away.
Wow.
Prep got the football. And Prep might go the distance. All the way back, and somehow Lake Charles College Prep took the football
We've got a penalty
and
flag on
scored.
the field here, Jordan.
There's a penalty flag all the way back around the 20. How did they get the football?
I did not see anything.
I thought Pelican was walking into the end zone and scored.
It looked to me like he got in, and I think he just pulled up and he just stopped and they pulled it out of his hand.
They took it from him and they took it to the house. Now we wait till the ruling here.
This could be a disaster for Kinder.
You're on the 5, trying to punch it in to cut this score in half. And I think Lake Charles College Prep is going to keep the football here.
Holding against Lake Charles College Prep.
So it was after the fumble. They will keep the football. So what a turn of events. Prep has it, first and 10.
Big heartbreaker for
Kinder, if you're Kinder, it's a gut punch right now.
Trailblazer ball on the 5.
That hurts. That hurts Kinder big time, especially when you're fixing to punch it in the end zone.
Now if you're the Trailblazers, do you take a shot after the turnover?
I believe you give it 1 or 2 plays and then you take a shot.
Nope, instead they hand it off.
Possibly a touchdown saving tackle right there. By
You're
the
right, my
21.
friend.
Ruben on the carry.
Ruben having himself a good first half.
Noah Norman on the stop for the Jackets.
As soon as this game is over with, gotta go back and rewatch that play and see how he came up with the football.
Look how wide the splits are between the tackle and the receivers on the opposite side of the field.
Ruben again on the carry.
Those splits tell you one thing,
Billow,
and that's that Lake Charles College prep
the Yellow Jackets
is just
on
trying to take people out the box and have their way up front and just
Picks
out
up a
physical
first down.
Kinder.
1st and 10 Trailblazers. Up by 13 with a little over 8 minutes remaining. There's a snap. Quarterback draws back the pass. Now flushed.
Oh, he fumbled the
Ball
ball.
came out last second, but it fell out of bounds. So guess who we was looking for?
Josiah Bushnell on the keep.
Number 3, running a seam.
Ball goes out of bounds.
And they're starting to put 2 guys on him.
About the 16-yard line.
Having a safety come over the top of him.
You almost have to. He's burned you on every play that he's caught the ball on.
2nd down.
So they lost some yardage there after the quarterback scramble. And it's 2nd and long. There's a snap. They get right back to the run game. And Ruben getting right back to doing what he does. And Ruben picks up another Trailblazer first down.
Ruben on the carry.
If you'd have told me Lake Charles College Prep would have more rushing yards in the first half
Big game
than
on the play.
Kinder,
Gets
I'd have
the ball
called you crazy.
How many pass attempts do we have so far by
42,
college
43
prep?
yard line, 1st and
Is it
10.
what, 3 or 4?
3 or 4,
At most.
and one of them went for a touchdown. One of them got called back for a holding penalty. 1st and 10 Trailblazers, they're on the move. Inside handoff. This time, Kinder was ready for it.
Good job by that Kinder front 4 that time. Only allowing him about a 1-yard gain on that play.
Ruben again on the carry. Jaron Johnson on the stop for Kinder. 2nd down and 9.
Picked up 1, makes it 2nd and 9. Once again, huge implications. Prep comes in ranked 20. Kinder comes in ranked 28. Only 24 get in to Lake Charles College Prep's division. Only 28 get in to Kinder's division. And just like that, Ruben, another first down for this Trailblazer football team.
That Lake Charles College back tailback
Ruben on the carry.
that's a
Again,
shifty
Fonzie
little
on the
guy.
stop for Kinder, tripped him up. Gets a first down into Yellow Jacket territory, 46-yard line.
Brendan, if you can't stop it, why not keep running it? The old saying, huh?
If it
Running
ain't broke,
running until they stop it.
the other saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They put the big guy in the backfield as a blocker. And they're going to run it right behind him.
Another big gain this play.
And Ruben, about 9 yards.
Dylan Ruben carries again off tackle. Host of Jackets on the stop.
Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, if you have nothing going on and you want to watch some football, we will be covering the Battle of the Russo Trophy between Abbeville Wildcats and the Kaplan Pirates, live 7 o'clock from Kaplan Pirates Stadium, live on Under the Lights. If you ain't got nothing else going on tomorrow night, that's where we'll be. 2nd and 1. Handoff. New tailback into the game.
Looks like they missed a holding penalty.
Number 31, Daryl McCary. Allen Botley.
Carry.
56 for Kinder. Looks like he's actually able to get some penetration and almost make a tackle for loss, but looks like they missed a hole.
And Lake Charles College Prep, usually that up-tempo offense, more of a slower approach right now. Let's dominate the line of scrimmage, and let's play smart football.
I think this Lake Charles College Prep coaching staff, I think they believe they probably know they're more athletic than Kinder. So
Ruben running through defenders, and somehow Romero got the football. And now they say his knee was down. What you saw? All I saw was Romero came out with the football.
I saw the same thing you saw, Jordy. All I saw all of a sudden was a Kinder guy with the ball.
But
First down for
this Ruben running back is having himself quite a first half.
I'm sure he's well over the 100-yard mark as much as he's gotten the ball tonight.
1st and 10 from the 9. Trailblazers knocking on the doorsteps. Inside handoff. Number 6 tries to bounce it outside. Tackle down by number 30. That was Cortland Collins on the carry. Tackle by number 30. Ben Fontenot.
Ben Fontenot on the stop for Kinder.
That's a good stop. Good penetration there by number 30, Ben Fontenot. It's a way to make a play.
Six stays in the backfield for the Trailblazers. 12 getting himself a much-deserved breather. Quick pass over the middle. Pass falls incomplete. Was looking for Eric Bellamy.
Good coverage there by number 9, Landon Schmitz.
Intended receiver, Bellamy, incomplete.
Landon Schmitz was on the coverage, and we got a late penalty flag on the field. It come from the line judge on the other sideline.
Could we have unsportsmanlike conduct here, Jory?
Either that or sideline warning. Here we go. Sideline warning against the Trailblazers. And usually there's a warning for the first one. They got to mark off 5 yards. Unless we missed it early in the game.
Trailblazer penalty.
If you're Kinder, you'll take anything you can get. Whether it's 5, 10, 15, or 50, you'll take it.
3rd and goal from the 14. You got to know where number 3 is.
That was
on
good
this
coverage
possession.
by Landon Schmitz on that previous play.
14-yard line.
Big time 3rd down coming. Trips to the left. One receiver to the right, and Trailblazers going to burn the timeout and talk about this play call.
Looks like they had some confusion there about where to line up and causing them to burn a timeout.
We'll take a timeout with them, ladies and gentlemen. 4:15 remaining. Your score from John C. Buck Stadium. Lake Charles College Prep, 13. Kinder, 0. Scores from around the state of Louisiana coming up at halftime. Before the timeout, they came out trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Looks like they're going to come out with a new formation. Will stay wide. We'll stay wide here for this play call. Matthews checks into the game. He's going to cover 3 on this play call right here at the bottom of your screen. Is that the matchup we'll see where 7 looks? Here we go, 3rd and goal from the 14. 7 fires, got a man, caught, touchdown Trailblazers. Quarterback took a lick, but not before one of the Trailblazers was wide open up the seam and makes this a 3-possession game.
That is exactly what Lake Charles College Prep wanted to happen going into halftime. Go up 3 scores.
Allen Botley comes out of the backfield, scores, and we have an extra point away. And the extra point is blocked. Your new score from John C. Buck Stadium.
Extra point was no good.
Lake Charles College Prep now leads the Kinder Yellow Jackets 19-0.
Got to give these Kinder boys credit. They're showing a lot of heart, a lot of toughness, a lot of grit.
They shot themselves in the foot on the goal line. And all Lake Charles College Prep did was get points off of a turnover. They drove the entire field just now.
The whole 100 yards of the field. You're right, Jordan. They took it down, and they took a lot of time off the clock as well.
3 possessions. 3 out of the 4 possessions have been touchdowns for this Prep football team. Am I correct? Only 1 point?
Yes, you're correct.
Smits takes it in close to the 40, and that's where they will mark it. 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets from the 40-yard line.
Brought down by Allen Botley.
He just scored the touchdown. Now he comes down and makes the tackle on kickoff. First and 10, Yellow Jackets. Quarterback pull. Fawcett picks up about 7.
If you're Kinder, you take that every time. That's exactly what they want.
Graham Fawcett keeps the ball right up the middle.
Now you try to go 2 for 1, Brendan. You try to get points here before halftime, knowing you get the football to start the second half. If you're Lake Charles College Prep, you're looking to pitch a shutout in the first half and have all the momentum going into halftime. Dragging defenders for a first down. That was number 10.
If you're Kinder,
Logan LaBeouf.
if you're Kinder, you'd love to score before the half, but you want to be careful not to score too fast. You don't want to give this Lake Charles College Prep offense another chance to score.
Don't want to see them in a 2-minute offense. 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets from the 49-yard line.
49-yard line. 1st and 10 for Kinder.
Corners are playing tight coverage on the receivers. And we got to play action. Fires, passes complete to Romero. Picks up about 9. Graham, no time there. As soon as he got rid of that ball, they had a guy in his face.
Called the defense slipping on there. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
2:25 remaining here in the first half. 2nd and 2. Botley has the football, and Botley going the wrong way. Number 8 for the Trailblazers, Ryan Baptiste.
Botley on the pitch. Baptiste on the stop.
Doing his job, setting the edge.
Can't ask for a better play right there from that defensive back from Lake Charles College Prep.
Game clock sits at 2:07. Ball lies at the 47-yard line. It's third and about along 8. What you think?
Yeah, it's about 3rd and 8.
Third down and a long 7.
Probably see a little play action here unless they want to run 2 straight plays here. They're going to reset the play clock. Third and 7.
Kinder needs a
4
big
down
play right
territory.
here.
Here comes the linebackers. Quarterback pull. There goes Fawcett. Fawcett fumbles the football, and he might have jumped back on it. Oh, that could have been something, Brendan.
On the carry.
That could have been
But did recover.
deadly for the Jackets.
First down, Yellow Jackets.
Like you said earlier, you do not want to see that Trailblazer 2-minute offense.
Game clock sits at 1:50.
Good gain there by Fawcett before he coughed it up.
Quarterback drops back to pass, looking,
man
taking a
wide open.
shot to Matthews. Matthews, pass falls incomplete.
Matthews, intended receiver.
He had a step on his defensive back there. 1:40 on the game clock. 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Two receivers split out to the left. Pelican gets the football. Pelican gonna be drugged down, leading the charge there.
Pelican carrying
Number 22,
middle host of
Kevin
Trailblazers on the stop.
Freeman. And it's 3rd and 9. Game clock sits at 1:19.
It's 4 down territory.
Third down for the Jackets.
Trailblazers might burn a timeout if they get a stop here. Oh, ball start.
Ball start.
Matthews at the bottom of the screen got a head start, and this is going to make this a 3rd and long. So they were definitely going with the passing game there.
Legal motion against the Yellow Jackets.
Just trying to get a head start right there. And
Game clock runs 52 seconds. Now you just take a couple shots here. Set you up a 4th and manageable, or take a shot for the end zone right now.
I think you take a shot right here, and if you don't get it, then try to run out that game clock.
Instead, Fawcett pulls. Fawcett on his burners. Gonna step out of bounds, and he picks up a Yellow Jacket first down.
What a play by Graham Foster.
Just when you think
Picks up a first down.
you would not see the run, and they put it in the hands of their seniors in one of the biggest runs of the game for the Yellow Jackets. With 27 seconds remaining. 14-yard line.
If there's anybody Coach Fuselier trusts on this Kinder football team, it's number 3 Graham Fawcett. It's that quarterback.
How many timeouts do you have
Yard line.
if you're the Yellow Jackets?
He's going.
Fawcett looks, fires, and the pass falls incomplete.
Bartley, intended receiver, incomplete.
Was looking for Botley. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. How many timeouts y'all got, Jason?
They really need a score right here for the Yellow Jackets.
Second down for the Jackets.
Give them a little bit of momentum going into the second half.
And how big was that earlier on the 5-yard line where they didn't get points?
It's huge.
Miscommunication there with his receivers.
Third down for the Jackets.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 with 17 seconds remaining.
Kinder's on the board earlier from that previous drive where they fumbled at the 1, and they're somehow able to score right here. You're looking at a 13 or 14 to 19 ball game going into halftime with Kinder getting the ball at the beginning of the second half.
And that's not good. Pelican walking into the locker room, not finishing this second quarter. Inside handoff. Timeout, Yellow Jackets.
Logan LaBeouf on the carry.
Hate to see a senior walk off.
Freeman, excuse me.
Not sure what kind of injury it may be. "11 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lake Charles College Prep is one stop away from pitching a shutout here in the first half. Kinder needs about 7 for this drive to continue, but there's only 11 seconds remaining. Scores from around the state coming up at the end of these 11 seconds. What's the play call here? Do you go into the bag of tricks here on 4th and 7? Or do you just throw a jump ball? See if one of you guys can come down with it.
Look how close number 2 is. And it splits. It looks like they're going to try to throw a fade to number 2 here in the corner of the field.
He's going to try to get out.
Oh, looks like we got a drag.
And pass was complete.
Receiver
to Romero, and he's going to be way short of the first down, and it will be turnover on downs. And how about that Trailblazer defense with another stop inside their own territory?
That Trailblazer defense is tough. Big up front and fast and physical in the back and with that secondary.
1st and 10 for the Trailblazers.
Not sure about that play sequence there on those 4 plays there. 2 seconds, final play of the first half. Oh my goodness. And that's how we're going to end the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Number 56 coming later Wood.
He's having himself a game tonight, Jordan. That's about 3 or 4 big hits he's had by himself tonight.
And that's the end of the first half.
You talk about somebody that plays to the final second. There you go.
Kinder 0.
Your score at the end of 2 quarters here at John C. Buck Stadium. Lake Charles College Prep leads Kinder 19-0. Brendan, twice they got inside the 20 and 0 points to show.
Goes to show how tough that Lake Charles College Prep defense is.
A fumble and then a turnover on downs. You got to be going in the locker room really upset right now. If you're Lake Charles College Prep, defensive coordinator is on cloud 9 right now.
Oh yeah, he's very happy with the way his defense played. And I believe if you're the offensive coordinator, I believe you're happy as well.
Okay, ladies, we're ready.
They were able to be one-dimensional with no mistakes at all.
We'll step away for halftime entertainment so we won't get muted. We're going to hit the mute.
Captain Matthew Corville. Brass Captains Diego Wade and Trey Barnett. Percussion Captain is Dre Prudhomme. And Color Guard Captain Faith Fruget. Tonight's performance will include all production run of their competition performance entitled The Heist. Their marching competition season will conclude this Saturday as they compete in Sulphur High School's 41st Annual Marching Festival. Drum Major Jill Poe, is your band ready? You may take the field for your expedition performance.
56-60. Oh my God. OC's up 52-7 at halftime. Look who they played. Southern Lab and Washington. I mean, and Ascension Catholic. I was the only one that went St. Frederick last night. And they're winning at half. Cool, Warren Easton's losing. Down to 35. Jennings has the lead at half.
Good morning. Welcome to our coverage on the fifth annual and the Arts Parade celebration.
And arts.
This day, we see the conversation about the signature element.
Looks like things are about to begin. Let's watch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's check on scores from around the state of Louisiana. We start off with Iowa and Cecilia. Iowa leads Cecilia 10-0 at halftime. Lake Charles College Prep leads Kinder 19-0 at halftime. Logansport leads Montgomery 46-0 at halftime. Southside, Sam Houston, tied at 14. That ain't working. Southside Sam Houston tied at 14 at halftime. Grand Lake currently leads the Quincy 21-6 at halftime. North Caddo leads the Arbonne Woods 32-12 at halftime. Vinton leads Lake Arthur 7-6 in the third quarter. Jennings leads St. Louis 14-10 at halftime. McDonough 35 currently leads Warren Easton 12-8. St. Frederick's currently leads Cedar Creek 21-13. Sterlington currently leads Wasserman 21-6 at halftime. Dutchtown currently leads East Ascension 7-3 at halftime. Tioga currently leads Grant 33-7 at halftime. Zachary currently leads Catholic of BR 14-7 at halftime. Oakdale leads Vidalia 49-0 at halftime. Opelousas Catholic leads St. Ed's 52-7 at halftime. Elton leads Hamilton Christian 36-16. St. Mary's leads Northwood Lena 21-0. Manny leads Lakeview 42-0. Ouachita Christian leads Lincoln Prep 49-0 at halftime. That is your scores from around the state of Louisiana, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at our sponsors for this 2022 season. We'll flash through them. Thank you so much to the Crawfish House. There's their number on the screen if you need anything from the Crawfish House. Great food. Daryl's out of Lake Charles. You want some po' boys? Thank you so much to Daryl's. Coach Kip Dubuchar. Special words to all those around the state of Louisiana. You want some good donuts? Go to Opelousas and go find Mikey's Donuts. Two locations in the Opelousas area for Mama's Fried Chicken. Really good food. Really great staff over there at Mama's. Legier's Polish Shop. So much they offer right there on your screen in Abbeville. Tonight's game is brought to you by LaCour's Pest Control right here in Kendall, Louisiana. It won't be long, ladies and gentlemen, and it will be crawfish season. Tiger Tails right there in Port Barry and Sunsets. Tonight's Player of the Game sponsor brought to you by Webster's Manifest. Somebody going home with some hardware. The paint guys out of Lafayette. You need something done in Lafayette, go find the paint guys. Brothers, you're searching in the Cajun Conservative Show, ladies and gentlemen. Find them on all podcast platforms. Hello to Mr. Gary Swallow back there in Opelousas, Louisiana. This is what he offers. Go see Mr. Gary Swallow. You will not be disappointed. And once again, if you would like to follow us on all of our social media platforms, there they are. And we are ready for second half action here at John C. Buck Stadium. Yellow Jackets get the football first, down by 19. And they're going to set up shop.
See what type of adjustments this Yellow Jacket offense made. See if we can get some momentum going in this second half. Excuse me.
First and 10 from the 30.
Jaron Johnson receiving the kick.
Inside handoff, might have picked up a yard. And not a good sight, Mr. Brendan.
Logan LeBeau from the carry
Jordan Pelican
for the Jackets. Host of
might have played his final game as a Kinder Yellow Jacket. You're looking at him walking very gently with no shoulder pads and no helmet on the Kinder sideline.
Heartbreaking moment for a hard-working kid.
Graham Fawcett, besides that one run, has not got much moving.
at the 33-yard line. Second down for Kinder.
The type of player that Jordan Pelican is, he defines what it means to be a Kinder Yellow Jacket, and that's just toughness, heart, and grit.
We do not have a sideline reporter, so we can't give you an injury update. But you hate to see that for a senior. They're going to run the option
Big
to
play
Romero.
right here.
Romero got a little running room. And there's a penalty flag. Comes in late. Yellow Jacket faithful here, letting the referees hear it.
Looks like the line judge missed a horse collar tackle. That's a good call by the back judge. Very good call. Line judge just missed one there.
I'll tell you what, since the last portion of halftime, in the beginning of this third quarter, Lake Charles College Prep Band has been jamming.
Like I said, they make a lot of noise, and like you said earlier, they're going to let you know they're here. Wherever it is they go, whether they're at home or they're on the road.
That was a pretty nice halftime show we had from the Kinder Yellow Jacket Band.
Oh, definitely.
Great to see those halftime shows put on. So much hard work.
Hats off to both bands.
The territory 44-yard line. First and 10 Jackets.
So after the penalty, Kinder has it first and 10 from the 44-yard line. They're missing their fullback.
Definitely missing that big fullback in Jordan Pelican.
And that one was almost taken away. That was a missed exchange there that almost got handed off to a Trailblazer.
Raylan White on the stop. Pushed him out of bounds.
Good job by Grant Fawcett just to
For the LCCP.
get it. Looks like a yard out of it.
It's penetration every snap. The big defensive tackles
Move the ball to the 40.
are causing havoc.
Second down and 9.
Picked up one, brings up second and 9. Oh my goodness.
Got some movement up front. Those D linemen from Lake Charles College Prep, they don't move very quick, but man, are they big, and
Offside penalty against
that size and strength causes a
I'm
lot
not
of
sure if there was a long count there or they just tried to jump the snap, but Prep penalized one of the few times tonight
the ball on the 38.
on the defensive line.
Jackets.
They've not made a lot of mistakes on the defensive side of the ball. They've been very very strict and very disciplined in doing their jobs.
Option to Botley. Botley gonna have a first down for the Yellow Jackets. We've seen Kinder sustain drives, but they get inside their own territory and the drives stall, fumble, and a turnover on downs. So another drive they have going here. So far, 0 points on that scoreboard.
Really is just the little things that have really killed them tonight on the offensive side of the ball. Just 2 or 3 mistakes that's really made this a 3-possession ball game and 3-possession lead for the Trailblazers.
First and 10 Yellow Jackets. Handoff, Romero. Romero gonna try to get outside now, cuts it back inside, and might have picked up a yard or two.
Romero around the left end, brought down by Mason Griffin.
And they're gonna say he picked up 2, 2nd down and 8.
2nd down and 8 for the Jackets.
Ball is at the 31-yard line.
Kinder's done a good job getting outside the tackles on this drive. Let's see if they can keep it up.
There's a snap. Quarterback calls his own number and he's going to pay the price for it.
Fawcett on the key. Elijah Frank on the stop for LCCP.
They're going to give him forward progress. They're going to say he picked up
On the 30-yard line.
a yard.
3rd down for the Jackets.
And it's going to be 3rd down. And about 6 or 7. Kinder Faithful trying to get behind their offense. Here comes the blitz. Inside handoff. And you just set yourself up to run 2 plays here. Make it a 4th down and manageable. Now you got the playbook pretty much open on this 4th down. If you're Lake Charles College Prep and you get a stop here on 4th down and another drive stalls, boy, it's going to be tough to sleep tonight if you're a Kinder fan.
That Kinder offensive coordinator is going to be.
They've been having success on the outside. Let's see if that's the direction they go on 4th down.
Try to jump.
Wow, did you see 4 Prep defenders just took off sprinting that side.
They know exactly what's coming.
Quarterback option, and it will be another turnover on downs. They sniffed that one out, and they were ready for it.
They knew exactly what was coming.
Number 9, Bryce Richard. And Lake Charles College Prep stands tall one more time.
Trailblazers will take over.
So that was what we expected in the first half from Kinder. 5-minute drive, but still 0 on the score column.
Points to show for it.
Prep takes over. 1st and 10. Quarterback pull. Makes one guy miss and can't escape the second. Number 4, Landon Rice on the tackle. That was number 7, Josiah Bushnell, calling his own number.
Good open field tackle.
Landon Rice on the stop for Kinder.
Second and 5 from the 36-yard line.
5.
Lake Charles College Prep going to stick with the original game plan and just run the ball. Kinder forced a lot of penetration right there, Jordan.
That was number 12, Ruben, his first carry of the second half.
Number 56, number 77 for Kinder.
Brought down by Ben Fontenot, number 30 for Kinder.
See a lot of coaches checking in from around the state of Louisiana that play tomorrow night. Good luck tomorrow night in your respected contest. If you're playing for the district title, bring it home. Ruben gets the carry, gets the first down, and he is upended. But not before he crosses the 45 and will be down at the 46.
Motley on the stop for Kinder. Picks up a first down, 46-yard line. First and 10 for the Trailblazers.
First and 10, Trailblazers from the 46-yard line. There's the snap. Quarterback pulls.
Where he's going.
Fires into the flats. Was looking for number 31, Alan Botley. This time, they cannot connect.
Alan Botley, the intended receiver, incomplete. Second down and 10.
So far, he has the biggest catch of the game on that fourth down touchdown catch. That time, they could not connect.
Made that touchdown catch by Botley made it a 3-possession ball game right before halftime. So he was open on that one, just couldn't quite bring it in.
Nice design play call. And now it is second and 10 with 5:29 remaining here in the third quarter. There's a snap. Quarterback draw the whole way. Number 7 calls his own number. Number 7 still on his feet. Number 7 tripped up, but not before.
Pushing him around left end. Big gain.
He gets inside the 30.
Tripped up by Ben Fontenot. First and 10 for the Trailblazers. Ball is on the 30-yard line.
Trailblazers on the move again. First and 10. There's a snap. Handoff Rubin. Rubin cuts it back inside. Fighting for yardage. Eventually brought down.
Rubin with the carry. Brought down by Dante Motley.
4:36 remaining here in the third quarter. Trailblazers
Second down and 3.
looking to make this a 4-score game. Could this Trailblazer team give somebody problems on the road in the first round?
I would not be surprised.
Oh, nice tackle
What a
there.
tackle.
Botley, meet Botley.
What division is Lake Charles College Pepper in? Is it 2? Is it Division 2 that Lake Charles
Picks up
College
a
Pepper's
first
in?
down and brought down by Dante Motley.
No matter what division they're in, if Lake Charles College Prep is coming to your stadium, they're a dangerous team. Would not be surprised for a first-round upset for them.
First and 10 for the Trailblazers with 3:48 on the game clock. There's a snap. Quarterback pull. And this time, they're ready for it.
Good open field tackle.
Number 7, Brayson
So on the keep,
Bowring
Bryson
on the
Bowring
stop.
brings him down in the backfield.
Great open field tackle by number
Ball
7.
on the 20-yard line.
Brings up second and long from the 20. Scores from around the state coming up at the end of the third quarter. And we got some wows in those scores. Motley in the backfield. And the quarterback's going to drop back the pass. Looks, fires, and the pass falls incomplete.
Gonna have a pass interference call.
But we
called on
do
that.
have a penalty flag. Might have grabbed him, huh?
Oh, he grabbed him. He almost took him to the ground. It's going to be a pass interference call.
Bellamy intended
And
receiver
said they call holding against the defense.
against the Yellow Jackets. Pass was incomplete.
Receiver had Smith's beat on that play.
So they should repeat second down here, correct?
Got about a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5.
And Ruben checks back into the game. Expect him to get the football here. There's a snap. Ruben gets the football. Ruben falls forward. Going to be close to the first down. Let's see if they give it to him.
Dylan Ruben on the carry.
And they signal first down, Trailblazers.
It's going to be first and goal for the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers, no huddle, they're ready to go. And now they throw a penalty flag. And not sure what this discussion is about.
Looks like we've got a
Unsportsmanlike conduct on number 9. And did they just kick him out of the game?
Looks like he's got disqualified.
He must have said something.
Looks like they were jawing. He was jawing at number 3 for the Blazers.
That was Landon Schmitz.
Ball on 3-yard line.
First and goal from the 3. There's a snap, handoff, Ruben dancing around, spin move, falls forward, and he is in. Touchdown,
And on the
Trailblazers.
touchdown, LCCP.
And just like that, Ruben falls forward and makes this a 25-0 game with the extra point pending.
Tough night for Kinder.
And if you're Lake Charles College Prep, momentum going into the playoffs is huge.
Simon a kick.
Snap, hold, kick is up. Kick is good.
Do you think they make a big enough statement to get a top 16 seed in
Who's that?
Lake Charles College Prep?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
If Kinder had a winning record, then maybe so. This game ain't gonna help them much with the rankings. They might stay where they're at. Your new score from John C. Buck Stadium. Lake Charles College Prep 26, Kinder 0. All depends on who you play and what they do tomorrow night.
Yep.
It looks like it's going to be the waiting game for Kinder.
No matter whether Lake Charles College Prep plays at home or on the road,
They will be on the road.
they're dangerous. They're dangerous wherever.
Simon to kick off.
Matthews on the return. Kinder gonna set up shop.
On the stop.
First and 10
On the receiving end.
from the 36-yard line.
36-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. First and 10.
All depends of who wins or loses in front of Kinder and behind Kinder. Fawcett calls his own number. Going in the wrong direction. Number 8, Ryan Baptiste on the stop.
On the carry, Ryan Baptiste on the stop for the Trailblazers. Loss of a good yard. Second and a long 11.
Second and 12 for the Yellow Jackets. Hand off to Botley. Botley trying to get outside, and it ain't going to work. Trailblazers turning on a gear here late in the third.
Defense is starting to get
Dante
a
Botley
lot of momentum.
on the pitch around right end.
And there's an injured Yellow Jacket on the field, and it is Botley. We'll step away as they look at the injured Yellow Jacket. 26-0, your score here at John C. Buck Stadium. It's been all Lake Charles College Prep here tonight. Botley gets up and walks off on his own power. A great sign to see there. Final 24 seconds here before we get to the fourth quarter. And it's 3rd down and 10. Clock will run. Game clock hits final 3 seconds. And 3 quarters have come and gone from John C. Buck Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Your score after 3, Lake Charles College Prep 26, Kinder 0. 12 more minutes to go to decide this one. We'll bring you the rest of this action. Thanks everyone for tuning in with us tonight from myself and Mr. Brendan.
Remember, expert bookkeeping is a full-service bookkeeping.
You know Lake Charles College Prep is trying to
Locally owned.
pitch that full shutout.
This is what they do at the end of third quarters. They light it up in the other side, so check that out.
Beginning with setup, including permits, license, and tax ID numbers. They offer a full line of services for established businesses such as cleanup, monthly bank, and credit card reconciliations, account payables and receivables, payroll.
3rd and 10, play action.
Call, text, or check us out.
Fawcett under pressure, slings one, passes complete to number 5.
So for your business,
Picks up a first down. Somehow, Graham Fawcett escaped the pressure and found a wide open receiver.
sponsors for this season.
Good job by Graham Foster on that play to keep it alive and find an open man downfield.
Kinder Football appreciates these businesses who have contributed generously to our program.
Kinder gonna go fast. 1st and 10. Inside handoff to LaBeouf. LaBeouf breaks it.
Wow.
Can he get there? Touchdown save and tackle. But what a run from number 10, Logan LaBeouf. A little glimpse into the future.
Big game for the Yellow Jackets. Going to have it first down.
Kinder's been waiting for that all night.
Timeout, Lake Charles College Prep.
From the 6-yard line. Be first and goal.
Scores from around the state of Louisiana. Here we go. Iowa leads Cecilia in the fourth, 10-0. Logan Sport leads Montgomery, 46-0. Sam Houston, Southside, tied at 21.
Well, I bet you that's a ball game.
Louisiana High School
Todd.
Association and Kinder High School.
I bet that's a ball game, Jordan.
Players, coaches, and spectators.
21 all.
Express your cooperation by supporting the Pacific.
St. Louis, 23. Jennings, 14.
Profanity,
Fourth quarter.
and other intimidating actions.
That's another team.
Zachary leads Catholic of Baton Rouge, 21-7 in the fourth.
Reminder at the conclusion of tonight's game.
Grand Lake leads to Quincy, 28-14. Vinton leads Lake Arthur, 13-6. Can the Yellow Jackets
Big win
finally
there.
get into the end zone? LaBeouf gets the carry. And it's going to be down at the 4. St. Frederick's leads Cedar Creek, 28-13.
LaBeouf on the carry. Freeman on the stop.
Opelousas Catholic leads St. Ed's, 52-7 in the fourth. Sterlington leads Wassman, 21-6. Second and goal. Quarterback pull. Can Fawcett get in?
Yeah.
Fawcett can. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Graham Fawcett on the key to the left. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And there will not be no shutout at John C. Buck Stadium. The senior gets his team in the end zone
Good job by Graham Fox.
early in the fourth quarter.
Hats off to this Kinder team and this Kinder senior class.
Think back to yourself, Brendan. 2 drives inside the 20, one of them inside the 5, where the score could be if they would have got points.
Landon Langley to attempt the extra point kick.
Langley on to do the kicking duties. Snap, hold, kick is
It's good.
good.
If Kinder gets those other 2 drives in the first half, you're looking at a 1-possession ball game here
You're right.
in the fourth quarter.
Your new score from John C. Buck Stadium. Lake Charles College Prep, 26. Kinder, 7.
It's just the little things that have really killed Kinder tonight. And unfortunately, they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, and it's come back to bite them.
Back deep for the Trailblazers. Number 2, Elijah Garrick.
Langley to
See if that touchdown can get this Kinder defense fired up and see if
Lake
they,
Charles College Prep got everybody up close, expecting the onside kick here.
see if they can force a turnover.
East Ascension
back deep.
leads East Ascension and Dutchtown tied at 17 in the fourth quarter. Oak Grove leads Vidalia 49-6. Gotta go 10 yards here. Let's see if they go for the onside kick. St. Mary's leads Northwood Lena 42-6. Elton leads Hamilton Christian 50-16. Hello, playoffs. That one gotta feel good, right?
Big win for my hometown Elton Indians.
Gotta at least get to the 50 right here, Brendan. There it is. Takes a bounce on the turf and smothered up by a Lake Charles College Prep defender. Kind of went too far. Needed 10, he went 20.
Collins falls on the kick.
Tioga leads Grant 39-14. Westgate leads Northside 22-6. Manny beats Lakeview 56-0. Some scores from around the state of Louisiana. First and 10 Trailblazers with a 26-7 lead with a little over 10 minutes remaining. They're going to start off with a handoff to Botley. And there's a late penalty flag.
Botley on the carry. Botley on the stop.
Holding against the Trailblazers. Gonna back him up and make this 1st and 20.
Looks like Landon Schmitz is back in the game for Kinder after being.
So it was not an ejection.
LCCP.
Just took him out for the undisciplined play.
Yeah. Just for the remainder of that drive.
Down.
1st and 20. There's a snap. Handoff. And this guy has close to the line of scrimmage, and he might have coughed up the football. Kinder
Out of the play.
Kinder
acting
defense.
like they have it.
Collins on the carry. Fumble.
A fight for it, and they do. Holy cow, what a turn of events here.
Kinder defense showing some life.
That was a new tailback in the game, number 6, Cortland Collins, fumbles, and the Yellow Jackets have it 1st and 10 from the 39. Could we see some late game magic?
1st and 10 for the Jackets.
They got to go quick though,
Kinder's going to have
and
to
their
go
offense
quick.
is not built to go quick.
With 9:41 left, need a very long, quick drive here.
Handoff, LaBeouf. LaBeouf runs right into the teeth of the defensive line.
Logan LaBeouf on the carry. A host of Trailblazers on the stop.
Leading the Troy is number 52, Jalen Landry.
Second and 9.
2nd and 9. Yellow Jackets, where they go play action. Try to take a shot. And they will. Pass is picked off by number 22, Kevon Freeman. Might have just sealed this game.
Big play. Big play by Freeman.
Pass by Fawcett, intercepted by Kevon Freeman. At the 38-yard line, it will be Trailblazer ball.
You could tell he wished he had that one back.
Oh, pressure just forced him to make a bad throw, and fortunately it's another mistake for Kinder.
Trailblazers with a little over 8 minutes remaining. Hold on to a 26-7 lead.
A little bit of momentum Kinder had, shut down on that interception.
There's a snap. Quarterback gonna call his own number. And nice tackle. Ball is on the turf. And there's a fight for it. Kinder might have this football back.
That safety for Kinder came screaming downhill.
Instead, a lineman jumps on the fumble.
On the carry.
And Lake Charles College Prep was almost back-to-back plays coughing up the football, Brendan.
41-yard line.
Number
Now-
1 for Kinder, Botley came flying downhill to make that open field tackle.
Now, if you're a coach on the other sideline, you're telling your offense, put 2 hands on it, protect that football. There's a snap, handoff, Ruben. And Ruben gonna be tackled down by number 30, Ben Fatno. Very,
Charles College Prep just surprised.
very impressed with the junior, number 30, the way he's played defense tonight.
College Prep has just surprised me so much tonight. Probably not even 10 throws on the entire night. Just stayed one-dimensional the
Yes.
entire time.
You talk about a headline for next Wednesday.
3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6. Can Kinder's defense get off the field? Ruben gets the football. Ruben gets the first down.
Ruben on the carry, Botley on the stop. Does pick up a first down into Yellow Jackets.
Here the game. Chains will move. 1st and 10 with 7 minutes remaining. One-on-one coverage at the bottom. Do they take a shot? Three looks like he's itching for the football here.
He's got the 2 big plays for him.
There's a snap. Instead, it's Ruben. Tackle down by guess who? Ben Fontenot again.
Big night for that young man.
Ruben carrying the ball for the Trailblazers.
And he's only a junior, so he'll be back for Kinder next year.
To the 47-yard line of the Yellow Jackets.
2nd down and 7. Giving them 8 yards cushion here at the bottom. And the inside. Let's see if that's where they attack. Instead, they're going to give it to number 2. And it looks like Botley comes from his safety position
Garrick on the carry, Botley on the
and
stop.
makes another play.
Another great open field tackle by Botley.
Another junior on this football team.
Should be 2 great leaders of that defense for Kinder next year.
3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4. Ball lies at the 43-yard line. 5:18 on the game clock. Third and 4. There's a snap. Ruben gets it. Ruben rolled up in the backfield by number 21, Noah Norman.
Ruben on the carry.
Good penetration by the Kinder defense that time.
For Kinder.
Now you're the Trailblazers. You send in the punting unit, and you make Kinder have to drive the entire field.
Just the 2nd time we've seen Lake Charles College Prep punt the ball tonight.
First time, huh?
Second time.
And you never know. Your quarterback is your punter. So you never know what's about to happen. Botley is your deep man. Might let this one run all the way down and then burn a timeout. They don't have the right personnel on the field.
Josiah Bushnell to punt.
Timeout. Nope. Instead, they say delay of game. Here comes the 11th man running on the field now.
Play a game against the Trailblazers.
If you're Kinder, are you playing safe here or are you just going all out blitz, trying to block this thing?
I think you play it safe here. I think if you rush everything you got, and you're giving that quarterback opportunity to possibly make a throw.
Coach just gave the signal to his punter. And it's just to get the punt away. And look at this. Gonna roll all the way inside the 5 and be down at the 4. That's coaching there.
With the Jackets will take over from there.
Lake Charles College Prep just pinned Kinder inside their 5. Down 26-7. Got to go 96 yards with 3:26 remaining in the 4th.
I think if you're Kinder, you're just trying to.
If you're this Kinder offense, this might be your final drive for a couple of those seniors. Take it in. You never know what Sunday is going to hold.
Yeah. You're those seniors. Give it everything you got, every play, every down.
LaBeouf.
What a carry!
Oh, LaBeouf off to the races. Still on his feet. The future of this team looks bright with a true sophomore. We said they had to go 96. They got a lot of it on the first play.
You got about 56 in one play. If you're Kinder, you're happy. You're very happy and very excited about that.
Big gain for the Yellow Jackets.
See if they can punch one in before these final 3 minutes.
1 yard line of the Trailblazers for Kinder, 1st and 10.
Yellow Jackets go quick. Quarterback pull. I'm going to pick up about 5 on first down.
Good pickup by Graham Fawcett on that one. Could possibly be the final drive for
On the carry.
this senior quarterback, Graham Fawcett.
Iowa now leads Cecilia 17-0.
Play, second down.
It looks like they will wrap up a 9-1 season and have a first-round bye. Quarterback pull, ball is on the ground, and he falls on his own fumble.
Fawcett keeping, fumble, but recovered the fumble.
Zachary leads Catholic of BR 21-14 in the fourth.
Kinder timeout.
Timeout, Yellow Jackets. 2:17 remaining. In the fourth.
If this is the final time we see this Kinder team this year, hats off to this senior class, the Kinder Yellow Jackets.
St. Louis now leads Jennings 31-21.
Could possibly be the last game of a great career for head coach Rusty Phelps.
Correct. Lake Arthur now leads Vinton 20-13.
Could be a heartbreaker for Vinton right there. They're sitting at the 26th seed in the Division IV bracket. A loss to Vinton could be.
Grand Lake leads the Quincy 34-14. Third and long. There's the motion quarterback. Swing pass. Just out of the reach of Botley.
Dante Botley, intended receiver, incomplete.
And now brings up fourth down. Southside 42. Sam Houston 21. They woke up.
4th down and 7.
McDonough 35 leads Warren Easton 26-23.
Be a good win from McDowell 35 if they're able to pull that one off.
Fourth down for the Yellow Jackets. There's the motion. Quarterback going to drop back to pass. Fires. Oh, just out of the reach of his intended receiver. Was looking for Noah Romero.
Blazers take over.
And the Trailblazers defense gets off the field on fourth down. Turnover on downs.
Could have possibly been the last snap for quarterback Graham Fawcett.
Russ, you got me. It just sounded good. True sophomore, regular sophomore, I don't know, it just sounded good. First and 10, Trailblazers up 26-7 with 2:07 remaining. Here in the fourth, probably see a heavy dose of number 12 the rest of the way. And he gets the football. And he gets a first down for the Trailblazers.
Ruben carrying the ball. Brought down by.
Kinder just had no answer for number 12 tonight.
Picks up a first down.
No answer for the bell cow for the Blazers.
Game clock sits at 1:45. Bleeding the game clock all the way down.
I don't believe the Blazers have attempted a second half pass. I believe it's been run the entire way.
Handoff, number 12. Number 12 still on his feet. There goes 12, cuts it back inside, and the penalty flag flies
On the play, Ruben
all the way back to the other line of scrimmage.
brought down by Bosco's Jackets.
So this one looks like it's coming back.
There are flags on the play.
Holding against the offense.
Holding penalty against the Trailblazers. Ball's back on the 40-yard line. First down.
Lake Charles College Prep will move to 4-6 on the season, and Kinder will fall to 2-8 on the season. Prep, they're in. They await Sunday to see exactly where they will head in the first round of the playoffs. Kinder, no help tonight by not getting a win. So now you sit and wait on Sunday and see if somebody lost in front of you,
Hoping for some.
or if somebody you beat actually wins on Friday night. Waiting game for Kinder, Lake Charles College Prep, they are in. Final seconds tick off the game clock, and the celebration begins for the Lake Charles College Prep Trailblazers.
Appreciate you having me, Jordy. Always a good time to watch some football.
Seniors for Kinder might be playing their final football game tonight. What a career.
Tonight's game. LCCP 26, Kinder 7.
If it is, what a career. State runner-ups a couple years ago for this class. Our thoughts and prayers are always with this young man right here sitting on the bench. Real strong, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Final score from John C. Buck Stadium. Trailblazers come on the road and knock off the Yellow Jackets here in Week 10. 26-7. Congratulations to the Trailblazers. And best of luck in the playoffs. Look forward to seeing where they draw on Sunday. At this time, Brennan, it is time to announce Player of the Game honors, sponsored by Mr. Webster's Manifest. We'll go ahead and put his logo on the screen, and then we'll give you tonight's Player of the Game honors. Thank you to Webster's Manifest for sponsoring tonight's Player of the Game honors. Player of the Game goes to number 12, Dylan Rubin. Congratulations to the Trailblazer running back. Brendan, it's been an honor to call this game with you, my friend. We got to do it again one day.
Oh, yes, sir. It's a pleasure being here with you, Jordy. Always love being able to come watch high school football.
Got a big Friday night in store. You don't want to miss the action all across the state of Louisiana. Get out to a game and have some fun. Week 10 almost over, and the playoffs will be here Sunday.
Should be a big slugfest between Abbeville and Kaplan. Should be a mudfest.
Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, live from Pirate Stadium, we will have Kaplan and Abbeville live on Under the Lights. We'll see you then. Signing off for now. Congratulations to Lake Charles College Prep.